Good day, class. How are you today? I hope everyone is in a good shape. So, I am here, Teacher Nica, and I am here with Teacher Raphael Bautista for today's discussion. So, before we start, let's remember our virtual rules. First, raise your hand button virtually or your raise hand virtually for permission to speak. Second, mute yourself except when you have the floor. Third, avoid distracting backgrounds or actions during our discussion. And lastly, encourage each other with appropriate response emoji using the chat box below. So let's go. The topics that we will cover for today's discussion are: first, we will determine what is truthfulness, fact, accuracy, and the things or to-dos on how to fact check the material viewed. But before that, let's have an icebreaker. So we are now in the 21st century era wherein internet and social media is intertwined with our life. We continually or in our everyday life, we are indulging ourselves in these social medias. So for those videos and articles that has been shared on social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, how can we determine if it is true or not? How can we tell which ones are fake and which ones are truthful? So today, we're gonna learn how to determine the things we see on social media or other articles, if it is true or if it is containing a truthfulness. So first, let's define the terminologies we will encounter in today's discussion. Truthfulness. Truthfulness is a statement that has been proven to be true or correct. It is the quality of consistently telling the truth. For example, the Philippines is an archipelago of 7,107 islands. And it is true, and it is one of the qualities of the Philippines or on how to describe a Philippines. Next would be the fact. Fact, it should be based on observation or a research, and it is not debatable since since the information is true. For example, COVID-19 is a new infectious disease found by the Department of Health, and it is true because the COVID-19 arises during 2019 and it is discovered by the Department of Health. Last is the accuracy. Accuracy is the quality or state of being correct and precise. It is it is a representation of the truth. For example, the police seized 6 kilos of illicit drugs worth of 600,000. The accuracy in there is the amount of drugs and the worth of the drugs, which is 600,000. So that's all for my discussion. The floor is now open for Teacher Raphael Bautista.
So good day everyone, so I'm Teacher Raphael. So now, let's proceed to the indications of the material review if it's truthful and accurate. So how to know if the content is accurate and truthful? So first is check the source, examine the sources, and read the mission statement to see whether they are credible. So take note some of the main facts presented in the material viewed and compare it to a multiple sources. So, and if the information is same to other data or sources, then you have a truth and accurate information. So next is read beyond. So the headline can be misleading. In order to attract the reader's attention, read through the entire article. So why we need to read beyond? So because multiple data sources can represent a combination of facts, opinions, and perspectives from various individuals, and determining their accuracy can be difficult. So keep in mind that anonymous sources should not be trusted. So, next. The third one will be research about the author. So, check if the author is credible and real. So, it is critical to determine the subject's knowledge and skills from multiple sources, or multimedia sources rather, because anyone can make a statement or claim a statement about something, but only one who has a first-hand knowledge of the subject can make a reasonably reliable statement. So, the last one will be check the data. So it must be relevant and timely. So because we're in the information age and there's a lot of data and sources available in the internet, so we must still check the data if it's still valid or credible. So the next slide will be here is an example of a checklist that you may able to use to examine the sources or data if it's still relevant or fact or truthful data. So yeah. So next. So that's all for today. So we hope that you gain learning from us. So thank you everyone.